Hello and welcome back to another episode. So, it's actually been a week since the last episode as I was unable to do my recording for Tuesday's episode. This week was the first exam for my summer classes. And I'm taking OChem. And I'm taking OChem as a summer class. So it's going to be quite an exciting adventure. And when I say exciting adventure, I mean awful. But that's neither here nor there. So last time, I think we hit this facility. We just killed the final ruler. And I think we're just going for research now at this point. Let's take a peek. Because we're working on this currently. Yeah, we have 1 day until the stasis suit. Yeah, I think we're just gonna rush research. So we don't really need to make contact that badly. I would like to see tactical analysis, but I feel like at this point in the game it's probably not that imperative, as it won't be very much longer until we are done anyway. I think it could help. We'll go ahead and start making contact in one of these regions anyway. So this makes us more money, might as well go do this, and it gives us access to a facility if we need to.
Just like the one we found the commander in.
On the surface, yes. But in function... Commander, excellent. We can begin. It is no secret that Advent soldiers possess both human and alien genetic characteristics. Preliminary analysis led me to believe that this was the result of direct modifications made to a pre-existing human host. Prisoners, or perhaps even unwitting volunteers.
See your local Advent recruiter today.
However, the reality is something else entirely. The Advent troopers at the facility we discovered, including the specimen before you, were manufactured. Each soldier possesses a unique genetic code. Predominantly human, of course, but with some fragments left open.
Left open for what?
Whatever alien DNA Advent wishes to insert. Sectoid, mutant, even the species our soldiers refer to as berserker. In all cases, human genetic material serves as a bonding agent, holding the strands together.
Human material? You mean the stuff we found at the Blackside facility?
Precisely. The key component in their soldier manufacturing process.
So we've been fighting ourselves this entire time.
In a way. But I believe there's more to it than that. The human DNA in this specimen bears one key difference from the entirety of the sequences decoded in the Shadow Chamber. Psionic sensitivity. Given the sheer volume of strands involved, this cannot be accidental.
Screening process at the clinics. Avatar.
The potential power of a being created with this template is significant. Central. Had we not intercepted it before the process was completed...
I know, Doctor. Continue your research. Let us know if you find anything else.
I love that Bradford's like, so we've been fighting ourselves this entire time, as if that wasn't already our assumption. Like, before it's just, oh, we've been fighting people who, like he said, prisoners or unwitting volunteers. So, the assumption was we've been fighting humans this entire time, and he's just like, oh, well, now that they've been turned into Mountain Dew, it's different. I mean, don't get me wrong, I guess it is kind of different. Like, it is kind of wild that they get turned into Mountain Dew and then get poured into these vessels, but even still, like, I don't think it's all that much different. But we're going to continue our next research and continue doing this.
Commander, there were a few wounded during the latest covert action, but after a few days rest, everyone will be ready
you know,
to
maybe
get
we
back
will
out
locate
there.
the Black Citadel or Black Legion Citadel just to fight them. I mean, I haven't seen them show up on a mission in ages, so is this going to be the squad we actually use for the mission? I don't know. So if that's the case, we might want to bring in a real comp this time. So a scout, probably a sniper would be fun, and some damage. Preferably some medium range damage. So we can throw in Brackerman, and then Probably some more medium range damage. We haven't brought Skibitsky on a mission in a little bit, even though I think we did last episode. But all right, while you guys do that, we continue to just do this. Oh, balls. Okay, yeah, I kind of expected this to happen, but I was hoping it wouldn't. I feel like reducing the timer of the retaliation event is going to be the most annoying thing, because that'll just force us to do one additional mission. So I think this is the one we're going to take out. I mean, don't get me wrong, return fire could be annoying, and then having an extra chrysalid on each mission could be annoying, but yeah, having to deal with a retaliation mission in the very near future could also be annoying. We probably don't need our best soldiers. Plus, I think this might be a good time to gain some levels for some of our not max rank people. As usual, here's Lunkbox. Back at it again. Alright. I just kind of put together a squad. Now, granted, looking at them, our long range capability... Ooh, wait, hold on. Your loadout. Multiple people's loadouts were broken. I'll fix that in a second. But... yeah, I kind of threw together a squad. Looking at it now, though, we are kind of close range, but whatever, it'll probably be fine. Let me fix Snow Dog real fast, and we'll be right into it. Alright, yeah, I think we're just about set, so let's hop into it.
Advent has constructed a psionic transmitter in this area, tied directly into their primary network. Our intel suggests destroying it while it's still connected will severely damage their linked systems. Plant the explosives before they have a chance to pull the plug.
It's unfortunate we don't have a sniper. If we just plop them right here and there, it'd have very clear line of sight over to this objective. Alright, let's start pushing up. I feel like we're gonna find a pod almost instantly, because this map looks microscopic. Wow. And it would appear I wasn't wrong. That is a whole lot of stuff. Let's say an option is to use Angela. Where are you? There you are. Because we could use Void Rift. Could also hit him with a Null Lance. Null Lance might deal a little bit more damage. Thing is, I don't know if this actually deals that much damage to... yeah, I think this only does a lot of damage to organic enemies, so Null Lance would be the way to go. But the problem is they're not really in a line in a way that I can benefit from. So I'm not convinced they're the move either. I would love to use our tank, but the tank doesn't start with actions. The EMP could be nasty, actually. I think that's the way we're gonna go. Let's just scoot up and chuck a EMP right at their feet. That should deal with, like, the vast majority of them, I would imagine. It didn't take him out, but it did some pretty mean damage.
Well done. As we had hoped, the network separation has been
And apparently we destroyed one of those little doohickeys.
Executing your orders, sir.
Where did that one guy go? Oh, he's over there. I don't suppose... yeah, I was saying we don't really have a good shot on him. What if we just chuck a grenade at them? I think that's the way to go, also. No Overwatch for you. Ooh. Very little damage, though. Lots of armor. Does that mean... no, our tank still does not get in action. Unfortunate. Did we just throw another grenade? 4 to 5. I don't know if it'll is worth it. Do we have another grenade, perhaps? So if we have like, okay, maybe we could just keep throwing grenades at him. However, I don't think you have the throwing arm and the movement range to get to where we need you to go. Come on, let me select there. Ah, let me select. Oh, there we go. What about you? Can you get closer? Yeah, you could get within range and chuck a grenade as well. So I think we could just keep throwing grenades at him. we're gonna do that. Let's scoot you up to here.
Absolutely.
Because yes, you're being flanked. Well, that is troublesome. That is certainly troublesome. But yeah, you're definitely getting flanked right now, but the goal is to kill off all these guys, so... okay, yeah, we do need one more grenade. Yeah, I suppose we could have just waited because some of them were stunned from the EMP, but we didn't. The problem is that turret is alive, and that is problematic. However, we can probably hack it. So let's try to just shut it down. I suppose we could try to take control, depending on what our chances... Oh, well. In that case, how can I say no? I just hope this isn't going to reveal another pod, because I'd rather not deal with another group right this second. And I think, what, turrets? We can fire? Yeah, we can fire the turret immediately. So let's try to zap this person. Maybe destroy his cover if we're lucky. No, but we will get a hit. It's something, I suppose. I'll take it. Unfortunately, you don't really help us too much at the moment, but I believe we have a second tech priest, yeah. So, we could hit him with a combat protocol, but that's not exactly what we need. We are going to want to split up a little bit.
On my way.
Okay, yeah, so we can combat protocol, but we still need a little bit of damage output. Otherwise, he's gonna blow up our stuff, and I prefer he not do that. Honestly, we might have to null lance him. We do have some random. But unfortunately, the random is not close enough. Alright, what about you? Can you... No, you can't really get any closer. Can you null lance him? Ooh, just barely, no. We could inspire. A bonus action. Yeah, we can't stasis. We could Void Rift. Kind of a hefty cooldown. I prefer not to have to use that, but I think our actions or our choices are inspire or do that. Because yeah, I don't think anyone else is gonna get close enough to be able to deal damage to that guy. Yeah, Void Rift should get the kill, right? So we're gonna hit him with the damage and then hit him with insanity. There we go. And that's why we like Rupture. Alright. With that sorted, let's start pushing forward. Not too much forward, though. We can probably move to here, though. And I think that's pretty safe. Oh, I thought it was going to reveal another pod, and I was like, dog, we just saw this turret, what do you mean? But we're chilling. We're fine. Alright, our tank is now active, so that's fun. Interesting. Wait, just firing our weapon creates heat? Man. That's a little upsetting. Oh my lord, what is with exclusively these guys? Okay, well, I think some more mind control is in order here. But thankfully our turret can't see them. Never mind. I say, is it because we can't see him? No, we can definitely see him. So wait, the turrets get squad sight, but not when I do it. Fascinating. Okay, well, how do we deal with this situation? A haywire protocol is probably in order here. Yeah, I think we haywire protocol. So at least this will give us a bullet sponge. Ooh. We take it. Ooh, just barely. Alright. Yeah, I'd say we really need a bullet sponge. Preferably not our tank, I should also clarify. Okay, so now we have that guy who's gonna be taking hits for us. Unfortunately our tank is out of actions. We can hit him with a combat protocol. That is certainly an option. Problem is, I don't know if this will actually... Yeah, this won't get a kill on anything, but it can get us pretty darn close. So I guess let's mark this one. Didn't do quite as much damage as I was hoping it would. Now here's the problem. We have two guys with flamethrowers. And nothing but robot enemies, it seems. So, yeah, it's definitely causing us a little bit of grief here. What to do? Yeah, you guys really don't bring a lot to the table when every enemy is a robot. Yeah, it's not really gonna do anything. I guess we can shoot a pistol. That's an option. Yeah, it's damage. We'll get there eventually. We might have to run and gun to get into a position we want to be in. We do have the option of null lance once again. The problem is, as usual, we don't really have the mobility to get where I want to be. However, if we come over to... How many tiles long is this? So if we move up to like here, ooh, okay, yeah, even with no lance, we might just barely hit this guy. I don't think that's the way to go. We could, I guess, try to push up and use fuse on something. You just don't have a lot of terrific options and like zero cover to push into. Granted, part of that is because of the tank, but you know. Yeah, we just have zero cover to work with. That is actually very frustrating. Okay, let's run and gun up to... If both of our guys shoot one of these guys, I think we could take him out. But how do we deal with this closest one? That's the question. Alright, we're gonna play a little risky. We're gonna push up to here, which should let us see this guy. And we missed. Alright, well...
Look out! Here they come!
That would figure. Alright, let's get you close, and I think a grenade here is in order. Can we hit multiple targets? We could do something like this. I think that's the move. If we could kill him with a 5 damage hit, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, of course we did not. Man. What a mission so far. Alright, cause yeah, if we could focus fire this guy with our 2 Kriegsmen, I think we're fine. Problem is we just need to deal enough damage to kill, like, this thing. How does Fuse not reach these guys? Does it have to be in... Yeah, it doesn't have to be something dead, so I'm not sure why we can't... I want to just, like, push up. Ugh. We could give a bonus action to one of these guys. Or, you know, here's what we could do. Let's run and gun. We move up to here. We don't want to do that. So bullet barrels is not the move for sure. That's for sure. Now if we fire on this guy, we get the kill. Perfect. And then if you inspire him, we can now shoot this guy. Alright, yeah, that's 2 kills there. We already procced your running gun. There's a non-zero chance we can get a kill here. You just have to roll really high on a crit. Oh! I was fully expecting not to get that. Alright, we take those. And then you... I don't know if there's really anything you can do for us, I'll be honest. I don't know, I guess you can just kind of walk out here by yourself. You have 8 protocol, that's wild. Yeah, I guess let's just have you do this. And then you can fire these things.
You heard the men. Jump too.
Okay, hopefully he blows up, like, not... Okay, there we go. And so, yeah, hopefully he doesn't blow one of us up, because that would be very unfortunate. Alright, we do need to kill that turret in the very near future. Oh, let me select it. I was going to use micro missiles, but I think he actually just blew up our stuff, so... Not quite. What are the chances of you actually landing this hit? Non-existent. Alright, well, you tried. I appreciate that much, I suppose. Yeah, you need to start working on this guy, I guess. Wow. Yeah, it did about as much damage as I was expecting. If you could kill it, that'd be pretty cool.
Not even close.
Did you... Oh, you missed. Oh, boy. Okay, we could combat protocol this guy. That's not really the move. We move over here and try to... You know, actually, we could just hit this guy with the tank. That's an option. I don't suppose he's close enough for Ram to do anything, huh? No. Where are we going? Alright, I guess we could do this, but that seems like a waste. And our precision beam cannon is absolutely atrocious. We could use roll out to get close and ram him, but why does my camera keep flying across the map every time I do that? We could try to destroy his cover, I suppose. That's an option. We'll do that.
Ready to go.
And then we should be able to hit this guy decently well. There we go. That's what we like to see. Alright, yeah, like I said, we do still want to kill... We need to kill that guy off, and we need to kill off our turret.
Absolutely.
Apparently no one can see the turret. Alright, we're just gonna How long is this guy hacked for? 2 alien turn starts. Alright, you... Where did you go? There you are. We're gonna have you just zoom on over here. Next turn you can go fight that. We'll push you forward. And, I don't know, you just stay there, I suppose?
Beginning tactical advance.
Ooh. Yeah, I think we just kind of start pushing up a little bit.
Heading out.
Heading out. Come get some.
Alright, yeah, now the turret's gonna come back online here in a hot second, so we want that thing dead. So let's move you up to here. Is there any value this turret can give us? No. Okay, yeah, let's just shoot it. Perfect. And we'll give you a reload while we're here. Alright, so we need to plant some charges. Let's have someone else push forward, so if our tank needs to do something, it can.
Got some items
So we
here.
are going to see a... Oh, boy. That's a big boy. What is with nothing but mech units on this mission? Lord have mercy. Okay, bud. Oh, okay. Duly noted. We could hit him with Blooming Death, but it never does nearly as much damage as it claims it will. And my frame rate has now plummeted out of nowhere. Where's our other tech priest? Oh, there you are. Yeah, both of you. Haywire protocol's on cooldown for both of you. Interference, I'm pretty sure is a free action, so we could use that 4 times. But first, well, I'll say we need to mark this big guy, but apparently we will not be doing that. I'm not even sure why you have a holo targeter, if I'm being honest. Oh, okay, well. Yeah, combat protocol is definitely the move here, but first things first, I want you to sprint forward and eat all of the overwatches. Perfect. Good job, bud. Alright, well now that we are free to move, we could also use, what is it? The death spin, yeah, death spiral. It only does 4 to 8 damage, so that's probably not worth it either. Alright, so I think first things first, we move up. We rapid fire, or rapid target this guy. And then probably combat protocol him. I think that's the way to go. We hit him with 2 combat protocols. He's gonna get a shield, but we can hopefully chew through it here in just a sec. Man, 10, I think that's what, 10 extra health? That's such a nutty amount of extra health out of nowhere. Alright, yeah, hit him with another combat protocol. Where does that put him? Alright, not nearly as damaged as we want him to be. And unfortunately, yeah, your incendiary is not going to do just about anything here. Oh, man. This would be the mission we bring 2 flamethrower troopers on. Yeah, let's do this. See if we can't shred some of his armor. Okay, now what? We could hit him with Blooming Death. That should basically guarantee a kill. Yeah, I think we should hit him with Blooming Death. Perfect. The only downside is now we can't use him or use his AoE ability to attack the guys in the back, but I don't think we would have been able to get a kill anyway. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to do about these guys back here. Like, I mean, I guess you can shoot your pistol at him, but like,
Yeah, I didn't get it.
yeah, like so that's not really gonna do anything. For us. Oh my lord, my brain is just shutting off. And unfortunately, you're not really in a position to get an attack off. And neither are you. So I think we're going to take a couple hits this mission, or this turn.
We will claim it for the greater good.
So yeah, I think we just want to be kind of spread out here. We can just shoot everything except the things I actually want to shoot, huh? Whatever, shoot that thing, I don't care. Unfortunately, I don't think we have enough mobility. You're out of actions. Oh, because we took out the turret with you, right? Yeah, okay, well... I guess we move over to here and get ready to attack from a different angle. But yeah, I think we just have to pray that they miss a lot of shots.
You heard the men. Jump to!
And also target our guy there. Yeah, that figures. Yeah, they're just going to use a lot of AoE, or guaranteed hits. But however, they did use a flamethrower. And that's pretty cool, because that just means... Wait, maybe they're not going to just spam rockets? Okay. Maybe their pathfinding's atrocious? Alright, we take it. We take it. Also, did the flamethrower make us a lot hotter? I'm not sure. Also, can we blow up the objective, do we think? How long until one alien turn starts? So we need you dead by the end of this turn. So here's what we do. We have you fire. Perfect. And we have the tank move to here. We'll destroy our little road cone, but it is for the greater good. And then we do this. Yes, friendly fire, I'm positive. Alright, so we kill the guy that we were possessing. But that buys us enough time to... So you're out of... You still don't have running gun either. That is tragic. Alright, let's move you up. Get you as close as possible, and then just blast them point blank. Hopefully roll really high in a crit. Perfect. Exactly like that, actually. That's exactly what I need. And we got close encounters. I didn't think we'd be close enough. I say with the Kriegsman, we just might be able to make a comeback here. There we go. Big damage. Huge damage. Alright. I say, Angela, you haven't gotten to do anything this mission, so let's have you null lance this man. Very cool. Ooh, boy, that was a puzzle, alright. I'm trying to figure out the exact order in which to do things in a way that won't involve us getting murdered.
Heading out.
I don't suppose, yeah, I don't suppose you can do your thing. Alright, we'll just go plant. Oh, that's gonna run you through the fire. Well, that's annoying. Very cool. I'll say we did get a medic though, so we're chilling. We'll just put you out, and next turn you can do the thing.
Understood.
You know, everyone else staying where they're put, or where they are. I don't feel like
We're not picking up any other
moving
contacts.
everybody right
Keep
now.
those charges deployed.
Alright, that should be the end of that one.
Signal confirmed. X4 charges are active.
Very cool.
Wondering what hit him.
Alright. I don't even remember the tank getting... Oh, no, he got hit with a missile. I was going to say, I don't even remember you getting shot. But no, you totally got shot. You know, naturally vent heat. Alright, well, we'll grab that and we'll pick up saturation fire too. I don't know. I guess we'll grab this just in case.
You have done an outstanding job.
Alright. That went pretty well. Now we are back to just scanning. Not right now. But yeah, all things considered... Whoop, I don't want to go here, actually. But yeah, all things considered, I feel like that went really well for a mission comprised entirely of robots, plus, like, 3 humanoids. Because, like I said, we brought 2 flamethrowers that mission. So, yeah, that was very interesting pods. I don't think I've ever seen pods like that before. So, very, very cool. Right, we have contact here. Let's move up here and do the same thing. And this will let us build a relay and then get that benefit. Hopefully before the final mission. Unfortunate.
Central, Commander, excellent. My analysis of the fragmented codex data is almost complete. The information I've uncovered so far outweighs the loss of the Shadow Chamber, as you'll see.
Is that an elder? Haven't seen one in at least a decade.
Yes, and I believe I now understand why. The Elders appear to be afflicted with an aggressive form of tissue degeneration, rapid muscular atrophy, to a degree I had not even thought possible.
So they're dying. Sounds like our job just got a whole lot easier.
As with most things involving this adversary, it's never quite that simple. The Elders have been aggressively searching for a cure to their condition for centuries. Each time they encountered a new species, they procured what genetic information and material they required and moved on to the next world. Until now. I believe they found something in us. Something important enough to cause them to take root.
A cure?
Not that I can determine. Several key files were previously deleted as part of something called the Avatar Directive.
Avatar. We need those files.
Were I to gain access to a fully functioning codex, I might be able to recover them.
Or blow the entire ship to hell this time around.
I didn't say I needed the creature here, Bradford. I am confident I could access the unit remotely, provided your soldiers can get close enough to it in the field without destroying it first.
That we can arrange, Doctor.
New objective added.
Alright, we get to poke some
Now
brains.
that we've managed to bring the alien's artifact back to the Shadow Chamber, we should start the analysis as soon as possible. It's risky, but I don't see any way we can avoid powering it up if we're going to understand how it works.
I'm keeping tabs
Speak of
on
the
all
devil.
our operations, Commander. Our people are standing by for your orders.
Man, I wonder how that works, the Skulljack. Because I feel like just stabbing a giant blade into someone's brain would be an inefficient way of reading data off a chip. Maybe it's a proximity thing. Like, oh, you just got to get this blade really close. Maybe it's like a really big USB port. I don't know. But it seems inefficient, if you ask me. I don't think there's really anything I care enough to do here. So I'm not going to do anything here. I think that does mean we now know where the Black Legion compound is, probably, maybe. Unless we don't. Oh, here it is. Black Legion Citadel HQ, but we can't actually do anything with it. Do we have to do a mission? Or another... Maybe it's something we have to get, like, once it refreshes, maybe we have to do another mission or something. I kind of forgot how it works. But we're going to continue doing this. We're going to skip through all of this, blah, 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 skip that, skip this, ignore that, finish this. Skip that. Alright. Cool. Let's just build a relay. This will give us... Alright, I was to say, I had to think for a brief second. I had to form a coherent thought. But yeah, after doing some quick math, I've learned that this is probably the way to go. This will make us, like, what, $30 more a month, give or take, than building our relay up here. I mean, granted, I guess we could have looked at one of these locations, but I'm already here.
Hate to do this, but you're the only one who can pull this off. You know I'd go myself if I could.
The gateway is primed. Is the subject prepared?
Ready. I hardwired what was left of the Codex brain into Rover. It should be emitting the same signal the Codex used to pass through the gateway.
Excellent. Let us begin. We've already seen the Codex opening a similar rift in the field. I am sure your device will be fine.
Oh, metal. I've seen this cutscene countless times, but like really thinking about that, this really embodies the Imperium, just slapping a skull onto our little doohickey.
Remember, go in, take some quick readings, then come right back through, okay? Whoa! Are you seeing this?
It appears our signal has been received. Increasing power.
Doesn't look like any place we've been before. Or any place on Earth, for that matter.
Perhaps this is the source. The aliens' seat of power, if you will. Secured beyond any physical limitations.
Only one way to find out. Go on. We're counting on you. That is definitely not fine, Doctor.
The process did work. There was an instant where the device was in between locations. However, once that occurred, the gateway called for a second signature, an organic signature. When we could not provide one, it generated a sort of feedback pulse.
Obviously.
If the Codex creates the door, this organic signature must surely be the key.
Well, we better make sure we have the right key before we try again. I would hate for this to occur to something organic.
Agreed. I'll report our findings to the commander immediately.
We just send the commander through and he just gets fried. End of the game. Everyone loses.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, we ran out of projects to work on, so let's do some autopsies again. So I think the way to go is going to be the Archon King, probably the Sectopod, and then maybe Andromedon. Yeah, let's do the Archon King.
I've always been particularly fascinated with this species, ever since the first time I spotted one during my travels. Although I had seen the biomechanical horrors deployed by the aliens during the initial invasion, these creatures appear to be something else entirely. Possessing a certain flair, not typically found amongst the aliens, I found this creature to be of great intelligence, masked by the incredible hold of the Elders.
Alright. Well, you know what time it is. Back to burning time and building relays.
Commander, we have the position of a vulnerable UFO that's set down in this region. If we move fast, there's a chance we could recover a nice haul of supplies and equipment.
Oh, alright, yeah, that's fine. We need to
Asia.
jack into someone's brain anyway. So this time, we probably want to bring some stronger soldiers and probably a little bit more diverse team. Because like I said, the all close range build was troublesome, to say the least. Let's switch you back over to the rocket launcher. That is what you were built for. And the rocket launcher deals considerably more damage, assuming we actually hit our target. However, we may or may not finally have some resources to not be able to build anything because we still don't have any alloys. Man, we haven't gotten any alloys during this time period, huh? Well, that is a little tragic, but whatever. We'll make do with what we got. And I think, honestly, we don't need this pistol. Instead, we can use another rocket. Very cool. I feel like that's more or less everybody. We need to give someone the... what is it? The disruptor rifle. Oh, and maybe the dark lance. Where's Rose? Let's see the difference between this random sniper we have. 9 to 11 damage. Alright, this actually gives us 2 additional things. It's almost identical, but it has a few more gizmos and gadgets, so we'll take this. And then, yeah, probably one of our infantry should carry the other doohickey, the other gun. So yeah, compared to, what, the Mastercrafted las gun, this is going to be pretty similar. The problem is, this does not have a built-in rapid fire, so we only get 1 rapid fire. I mean, granted, 1 is better than none, and considering we were kind of getting 2 through, like, a cheese method anyway, I think it's fine. Alright, I think other than that, we are more or less ready to go. We have a better weapon for Nyx, perhaps. I think this is probably one of the best melee weapons we're going to have. Yeah, I think that's about as good of a melee weapon we're getting. So, let's send it.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace 1-5, UFO site coordinates locked in. Move to secure the area, neutralize all hostiles.
Alright, so in between, or during the loading screen, I actually did load back and swap out one of our infantry with a tech priest because I forgot the skulljack. But other than that, everything else is more or less the same. So let's start pushing forward.
Your orders, sir. I would have it no other way.
I think we're just gonna send it. Alright, I think we're good. Let's just keep sending it. Looks like we actually found something this time. There it is.
Commander, that codex provides the ideal opportunity.
Alright, looks like we have our target, gentlemen. Oh, balls. Alright, well, I would like to put Rose up on high ground. Oop, oop, oop. Alright. Can we get someone to open this door? I guess you'll open the door. So you need to be on standby to poke some brains. And there is quite a large number of enemies in this little window over here. We do have kill them all though, so that could be a very appetizing option. We could just blast them, or we can blast them with a rocket launcher. Both are pretty good answers here. So we have no shortage of group damage.
Go, go, go!
Alright, now the problem is we do need to figure out exactly which one we're supposed to stab the brain of. As it would be nice if we could avoid... I think it's a tech priest. So as long as we can get into the brain of a tech priest, we're chilling. Oh, that's 2 separate pods. I didn't even realize. Oh. I love that bro just... I feel like a full-grown humanoid shouldn't be able to just, like, dig into the ground like that. Alright, so yeah, who are we skulljacking? So considering this is the only target we're allowed to target, I think we have our answer. So, could we do kill them all, but angle it in such a way, like this, that we leave the tech priest A-okay. So I think that's what we want to do here. Ooh, mean. I always love it when they just shoot the corpse. Ooh. Oh, we didn't get the other tech priest, but whatever, that's fine. So we killed most of them. Yeah, kill them all is such a ridiculous ability. Yes, yes, come closer.
Sir, yes, sir.
Enter the range of our impromptu brain surgery. Alright, if you could, well, I would love for you to be up on high ground, but this will suffice. Very cool. And then you should be clear to, unfortunately, oh, we do actually have to push up to here, but we can go around this direction, I think. Alright, so we do still have quite a few of our guys. I don't think I want to risk the large intel. We'll just go for this. Ooh, we actually could have gotten it. No big deal. And we get a nice little pool of presents. And then the avatar appears. 2 avatars appear. 1 avatar appeared. Those are tech priests. Very strange. I don't remember them showing up with some entourages. So that does complicate things. However, we have a rocket launcher, which does simplify things. Let's scoot up to here and send our new friends a present if the game will allow me. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay, whatever. Just do it. I don't even care anymore. Just don't hit our teammates, please. Ooh, and we did hit them all after all. Look at that. And now none of them have cover. This should be easy peasy. Nix, you get the honors. Oh, maybe not, actually. Hold on, wait. We could just use another kill 'em all, but that seems a little excessive.
Copy, moving on target.
What are the... Okay, let's say, what are the chances of you hitting this target? Because I do want him dead. I'd rather not use rapid fire. We should have used rapid fire. That's okay. We can do this, though. We can push up to here. Shotgun this man. Oh. That just looked especially unnecessary. Yeah, and then just blast this man. And then, yeah, I think we can just clean up here. Alright, Blanket, you get the honors. Very cool. That's him dealt with. And we'll just send a stake through this man's heart. And just like that, the greeting party is down for the count. So we only have 12 enemies left, plus the faction anchor.
Just picked up an outbound signal coming from the UFO. It's some kind of distress beacon. You need to get inside that ship and shut down the signal.
Now, unfortunately, I was thinking about bringing a scout so we can kind of get eyes on targets before we have to deal with them, but I didn't end up. I ended up not doing that. So we are gonna have to do our own recon here. But with all these doors being closed, I think we can kind of push up and be a little more aggressive.
On the way.
The question is, where do we want to put Rose? Because we could put her up on high ground, but that's not going to do basically anything at all for us. So I think we're going to put her over here. All right, team. I think we're ready to breach. Let's get in there. Let's get this done. All right, no eyes on anything quite yet. I would prefer Who could we have scout? Actually, you know what we could scout with? A scanning protocol that I forgot about. Why scout when we can just see through walls? Alright, so we know about these two. Alright, so we have a pretty good idea about where everything is. The fact that they have a whole tank just sitting in here is kind of insulting. Alright, so if we move up, who is this activating? Unless we come up to this window over here. Actually, I don't even think even coming up to this window. But I think we're clear to attack this group head on. Oh, wait, you can just hit him. So here's what we can do. Blast this guy. Perfect. Who was just floating up in the air. So he thinks he's him. And apparently not get an action.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. If we open this door and you have vision, will light him up actually proc? So I would have done it the other way around if I'd known it would have just cucked us of our other action.
Securing position.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we got our other action still. Can you shoot him with a rapid fire? Very nice damage. There we go. That's what we love to see. Unfortunately, Rose, you are not in a position to see anything, but we kind of figured that would be the case, seeing as how we are going close quarters, and you are, in fact, a sniper. But that is a-okay. Let's see if you can't pick off this target in the back here. Perfect. Man, you gotta love the Boltcaster. It's such a good weapon, especially once you give it the increased clip size. Very handy. Do we want a rapid fire? Is it really worth it? I don't think so. Let's just have you take out this target instead. Okay, maybe the rapid fire would be better used against the tank. In the meantime, we could just have... Where... There you are. We could have you just waltz up here and shotgun this man. Let's waltz up here and shotgun him in a little more careful manner. Because we don't want to activate the other pod if possible. Alright, what are the odds of you landing this? Pretty decent. Alright, we'll take it. 5 damage. Not ideal, but we did destroy his cover for the most part.
Move in and disable it before the aliens get a bead on the UFO.
Oh, I guess it did activate this pod. Well, now I feel like I've been lied to. Well, in that case, we might want to aid protocol. Yeah, maybe a rapid fire could be beneficial here. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. Okay, well, we did hit at least, so that is something. Unfortunately, you're not in a position to do a tremendous amount for us right now. Is this other pod active? 6 out of 8. Yeah, I think all of them are active at the moment, which is not ideal. Oh, Rose, you can actually see him. Very cool. He's in a perfect spot for you. Nice. Love to see that. We could move in for a melee. But that is going to put you in a precarious spot. I think that's probably best that we don't do that. Unfortunately, we cannot get a rocket through this doorway or this window. Oh, wait, there was a single pixel where we're allowed to do it. Okay, so we could do this. Fire it like right in here. The problem is it's only going to hit a single guy. But it won't hit the objective, so you know what, let's do it. Why not? Thread the needle. It says 0 scatter, so it should be guaranteed. Oh, beautiful. However, apparently it just didn't hit the guy. So I feel like I've been cheated. I think we shoot this guy now. Perfect. That's what we like to see. So the other guy, at least, will be encouraged heavily to reposition. Actually, no, we can just shoot him dead. Perfect. I said I didn't even realize we'd be able to see him now. So that leaves Nyx and Pure Darkness. Well, I think an aid protocol is in order. But for who? Can we flashbang a Piranha Skimmer? That is the big question. Okay, this won't flashbang us. Let's give it a shot. So I don't want to send Nyx in. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. All right, yeah, let's aid protocol you. You're most likely to get attacked. It does give you an Overwatch I forgot about. Alright, we'll take it. Not stellar damage, but damage is damage. Uh-oh. Wow. Very cool.
Marking targets now.
Well, quite a few people are going to be injured at the end of this, that's for sure. Ooh. Alright. Well, I'm very glad the tank activated without us seeing they would activate. It is always very nice when you know how it shows you that warning symbol? It's very nice when the warning symbol doesn't actually work. Yeah, let's pop a restoration. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. And probably a healing protocol. Unfortunately, this is not going to stop us from being in the hospital. That's fine. I don't think we're going on any imminent mission anyway. Oh, no, that ended our turn. Okay, whatever. We can heal next turn. Alright, well, bud. Now you've earned a tomahawk to the face. And then... Ooh, no rapid fire, but that's okay, because we can reload. Shoot you. We don't even need rapid fire. Yeah, we shoot you. And then switch targets to you, and we will rapid fire just to make sure we get the kill. And that's what you get for using massive AoEs. All right, yeah, that's a ridiculous AoE that he hit us with like that. I think that was like this entire area, because that destroyed up to here. So yeah, that would probably be something around the neighborhood of like this range here. That is actually it's actually ridiculous that is something they thought was a good idea.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Alright, well, even if we don't kill him, we'll have an Overwatch proc here in 3 seconds. However, I think we have another option. And that is to take a sawed-off shotgun and give him a prostate exam.
Get to cover.
Very cool. Alright, well, now that that's done, let's go do the objective, and then we'll have to hunt down the last guy, which is more than likely the fella off to the left, so that should be pretty easy to deal with. You know, we will go for the large cache. Very cool.
We've knocked out the alien distress signal. Looks like the skies are quiet.
I feel like that's not how this works, though. Like, are the aliens just gonna forget that there was a distress signal? Like, you could argue, oh, they won't be able to track it now, but, like, I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like that should be like some pretty rudimentary stuff for some alien spaceship.
Go, go, go!
I can get there.
Oh, yeah, let's say let's go hunt this man down. Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Let's have you push up to here and hopefully flush this guy out of cover. Not quite. Alright, Nyx, I think he's up here. Go Bladestorm him. No. Alright, well, looks like we're gonna be here for a little bit. Where is... There you are. Ooh, you are still pretty injured. Why did you not get healed? No, I think you did get healed. That's just how much health you have left. Yeah, say let's focus him first. And say, if I remember correctly, too, our heal is a free action, so we can kind of just heal everybody if we want to. Alright, well, you were the most injured. You get a heal. You get to go back to full health. Like I said, not that it'll stop you from going to the hospital, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. Alright, let's also have you go investigate, because I'm pretty sure you will just fire your shotgun at anything that walks within a, like, 5-foot radius of you.
Go, go, go!
Where's our... There you are. I say, where is our drop trooper? Please. Please! There we go. I want you up here. Oh, there's the guy. We found him. He's up here. Alright. You're out of actions. Alright, here we go. I say, where is this man? I want to find him and I want him dead. Perfect. Alright. That is the mission. Very cool.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, we kind of missed out on the perfect mission a wee bit. Oof. Well, 6 days isn't too bad, honestly. We're being shot with a tank.
Firmly believe the specimen we have recovered is crucial to the aliens' efforts. We currently do not have the meat.
New objective
Boo-hoo. Alright. Examine the recovered avatar corpse. I feel like... Wait, did that say Viper Autopsy? Do we just unlock the Viper Autopsy? So let's see, does anyone have... Yeah, Nyx got promoted all the way to Brigadier. So you get Reaper. Very fun. And then I did see, yeah, say Drake also had a promotion earlier. Bring him on. Love to see it. Is there anything else anyone has a promotion for? Nope, not quite. Wow, I love Nyx's... Got shot with a tank and is only going to be in the hospital for 39 hours. Same thing with Scary. 28 hours. I'd say then B-Max over here at 6 days. But bro was literally like a light gust of wind away from dying. He did get hit with a tank and then a smaller tank. So, but I think this is probably a pretty good spot to end the episode. So, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.